The gentleman from Henry, Mr. Armstrong.
Point of personal privilege.
Gentleman has the floor.
In the interim, I ordered up 100 Girl Scout cookies and told them to bring the bill by your office. I just signed your name.
Thank you.
I don't know that I can add much more to what's been said about the Chief Justice. There's a special place in my heart for the Supreme Court. My first job, Mr. Speaker, I was a clerk over the Supreme Court. And to show you how old I am, the Chief Justice over there at the time was Red Eye Anson. This was even before Harry Carrico. But Chief Justice Hassell, I'll tell you a quick little story about him. When he was first Chief Justice, after he was there for a few years, he got to be known a little bit, recognized. But when he was first Chief Justice, he'd quietly go around the Commonwealth and slip into the back of the courtroom and sort of observe what was going on. Occasionally he found some empty courtrooms and some judges that had left work early. And he wasn't afraid to point out the weaknesses and the problems with the judiciary. Now, we all had some disagreements with him from time to time, some that were rather pronounced, I suppose. But as the gentleman from Henrico said, he cared very deeply about the management of the state and certainly the function of the judiciary. I rise also, Mr. Speaker, to say, too, as an appreciator of good speeches and fine remarks, I couldn't help but notice the heartfelt remarks from the gentleman from Henrico. I've given about 6 eulogies in my life. The toughest speech that you can ever give is a eulogy, and I'd say the gentleman's remarks were as close to that as I could see. It's probably good once in a while, Mr. Speaker, for the cannons on this great battlefield to fall silent. It's probably good for us to have a day like today where we don't have to debate anything and we can stop and have a perspective on life such as the gentleman from Henrico gave us, or perhaps reminded also the gentleman Fauquier, the gentleman that lost his life just yesterday, the outstanding Virginian. Puts things in perspective. I hope that in all that I do down here, and I hope that I'll be remembered as being a very vigorous fighter for a cause, but it was never personal. Such is the lesson that the gentleman from Henrico teaches today.